Interesting one today, no script. I haven't even actually thought about this. I just thought, turn that on, let's have it. As you know, recently I've been thinking about how limitation can help creativity, and I've been in a bit of a rut the last 4 days, I would say. So I thought, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sample one of my old tunes as a whole, even though I've got the stems. Let's pretend it's a record. I thought, why not sample something from, I think this is 2015, 16, somewhere around there. Final Hours, which is one of my most streamed songs on Spotify. Well, it's certainly in the top 5. It sounds like this. I won't play you the whole song. You can go and check it out on my Spotify. Thank you. It's there as number 3 in my most popular song. I've grabbed the entire waveform, drag it into Serato Sample. I love Serato Sample. No need to explain further. I'm doing some like 140 mellow grind hip hop beats, and I thought that's not what I'm going to do now, but I thought I like that tempo. Let's just press play. E minor. So I definitely take some bits without the drums in. So like this intro here would work. Let's get a hit. Let's start chopping. So let's add a marker here. You won't be able to see this, will you? This bootleg MIDI fighter, which I got off eBay for 50 quid. It's basically the same thing. It's pretty good, but you won't be able to see that. So I will use the pre-Senos because it's kind of in shot. Does the same thing. I just prefer the buttons. They're so much more tactile. They are a bit loud. Doesn't bother me. Let's just put some chops in. So we've got that one. Let's get the chord changes. There's a third one here, and it holds from memory. Start with those 3. What else? I think there's a bit with that little chop, vocal chop on its own, and the breakdown. There's one there. There's a bigger one further on. Yeah. There it is. Let's cut on the hat here. Alright. We got those. So what we at? We're at 140. Let's sync the tempo, but I'm going to go half speed because I want it at 70. Let's get some drums in for now. I really rate Teletone Audio. This is Soulfire, which is like a drum sampler. It's got a sequencer in it as well. It runs within Contact. It's a bit of an interesting one. Takes a little while to load, so let's fast forward this bit. So I'm gonna put this thing in halftime because I want that kind of dubsteppy feel. I don't really make dubstep. The beat selection here is like patterns using certain drum kits. And over here you can load different drum kits that are all recorded slightly differently with different mics and stuff. Very, very cool. Mitekiss is one I often will load to get ideas down, because basically I'll use this for like groove and then I will back them up with proper hits. But I like getting ideas down quickly because I feel like that first 45 minutes, the creative spark, so important, because after that we're just tweaking indefinitely until we think something's finished. But the reality is the first kind of hour usually is where everything is. Like the track is there, and then it's just a matter of arranging it out. Anyway, Mitekiss. Very nice drum sounds. And then I'm just gonna edit this. Just something simple like that, just so I can get a vibe going. Start playing around with a sample chop. You know, there's a little groove there that's just gonna help me get going. And like I say, we will probably back that up, tweak that on later. Oh, that sounds nice. C minor. Yeah. Woo! Let's just tighten that up. Yep. We're not going for mix perfection. We're going for vibe. Later we can produce. Let's duplicate that version of Serato, delete that, and then we've got another instance of that. I'm thinking like bass modulator. Yeah. Roll off the bottom and use it more like a whispery sample. Okay, I think we need to chop up more of the vocal. That one there. Let's come back. We're going to come back to the vocal because I'm not quite there. What have we got? I've got an instance of current running. Which is lethal. We're in C minor, but I am not very well trained on the piano. So what I'm actually going to do is load up an instance of Melodyne. I use this all the time, as you can see. And then we're going to hit transfer play. It's going to tell me what notes, what root notes, what bass notes there are. Very useful for people like me. So here we go, look. See, I could have worked, even I could have worked that out. But it's quicker to market and that, quicker to get ideas down, and that's what I'm about. Right, so it's there. I knew that. Let's lay that in. That's actually quite nice. So what we down. I'm not going to quantize anything because it sounded fine there, right? Even though you can see that it's technically out of time. My finger pressing is clearly slightly delayed, but I don't care. It sounds good. And that's what matters. Let's keep it human. I've just thought of something which I completely forgot. Obviously, Serato has built-in stem separator. So on the vocal, what I can do is actually remove the drum. Give it a second, takes a little second. And I can remove the piano. Happy accident. That's such a happy little accident. I'm gonna load it in. We're gonna quantize this because I'm gonna use this very rhythmically. So I want it to be tight in this instance. So let's loop that up. I now need to duplicate Serato again because I do actually want to use the final hour vocal, but maybe we'll bring the pitch back down. It sounds a bit crap. I'm going to load up Landforms by Slate & Ash. Absolutely incredible plugin for textures, pads, textures, stuff like that. Honestly, it is next level. And I'm thinking some sort of like keys or art, and there's some really good starting points here. Let's just load something. I have no idea. You can't preview them, which is a bit annoying, but All that texture is lovely. I haven't done this before. This is the first time, and I'm going to try it whilst filming. This launch key, which I was gifted, thankfully. Thank you very much, Novation. There is a scale, and you can use these knobs. I don't know if you can see up there, but you can basically set the scale, again, for people like me who are not particularly great at playing keys and stuff. Here we go. C minor. Now, everything I press, you can do this sort of thing in Cubase, but this is just faster. Everything I press, assuming we are in C minor, stay within that key. If I just press that button off now, on. See what I mean? It's quite smart, isn't it? I thought that was a really good touch. Anyway, let's go. You've got to be careful with this because sometimes stuff outside of key obviously can work really well, and if we're too rigid staying in keys, we end up with very boring music. As when you listen to people who are very, very well trained in playing piano and other stuff, when it comes to them trying to make electronic music, no offense, but it's rare. There are exceptions, Artful Dodger, but rarely do they make good electronic kind of dance sample-based music because they're so capable that what I'm doing is probably annoyingly basic. Yeah, that's not the one though, is it? Let's look what else we got. Let's just throw some random ones in. That snare drum is aggressively loud. Plinkly, plinkly. I mean, something needs to be tighter. No, not feeling that either. Next. You could end up getting lost in that for a while, couldn't you? Okay, let's move on. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, it's so cool. And there you go. I'll fucking press a random button and look where we are. Something actually sounds quite good. That thing feels like it's so random, so I'm actually just gonna render that in place and just bounce that audio because I don't want to lose it. And then I might chop it differently. See that first loop? That's going to be much better. Yeah. Ah! I'm actually quite happy. I'm happy with how that went, considering off the cuff and, you know, super sketchy, but just to see, this is what I do, like I'll get 8 bars or whatever that is, I think it's 8, yeah, and then stop, maybe make some more, and I get like a pot of like 4, 5, 6, sometimes more, and then I'll come back and then I'll spend a session where I go, right, I'm arranging this, I'll put my markers in. I did a video about it at some point, yeah, maybe last week, and I talk about how to get from a loop like this to arrangement. And I like to, when I'm in that flow state, just stick in there, get stuff in. I don't care. I know the drums need redoing. They need laying with some proper weight. And a bass, you know, we might keep that bass as a mid bass, then bring a sub in to really get the weight going. And then there's all sorts of grouping and inserts, buses, but that's all the boring stuff. There's a billion videos on YouTube about how to EQ your drums and mix your drums, and I am a fan of just looking at everything from a creative and a mindset point of view. Anyway, look, that's it. Let's have a quick spin of the original. Where were we? Feels so fast. Interesting. I'll leave you with that. I'll leave it there, and I will catch you next time. Remember, please subscribe if you want to see more of these. I'm spending a lot more time on YouTube at the moment, and I am enjoying it. And if you're still here watching me say this, I think you are too. So please sub, send it to a mate who might like it. Dunno. See you on the next one. Peace.